Hi, guys. How are you today? Oh my God. There is so much tea that's going to be dropped on this video. I can't even take it, people. I can't take it. I mean, good tea, bad tea. I don't know how you guys are going to take it. We're going to talk about Tardy for the Party being canceled and what's going on behind the scenes with that, how this may be a good thing for Nene Leakes. Then we're going to talk about Lisa Rinna blaming Scott Disick for Amelia's problems. It's all crazy. So let me go ahead and play my intro so more people can come in and then we can get right into it. Hi guys, how are you? Okay, you guys, you ready to get into it? Like, this is going to be a crazy video. I sometimes don't like my job, okay? Sometimes it just gets on my nerve because every time I bring you guys tea, someone has something to say. Okay, do you guys remember when I told you that Karen was going to accuse Giselle of having an STD, specifically herpes, and I told you that before the trailer dropped? And you guys lost your minds. You're a Karen hater. How could you say that? Please take this video down. I'm like, what? I thought you guys wanted the tea. I mean, and then when the trailer dropped and she said you were burning down there, I guess you guys figured, well, maybe some of the things she say make sense. And then when I told you Nene Leakes was going to get fired and everybody started crying, complaining, calling me a damn Nene hater, even though she's my favorite cast member, some people cannot handle the tea. Today's going to be another one of those videos. Okay, let's talk about what's going on behind the scene with this Kim Zolciak situation. Okay, so we all know they canceled Tardy for the Party. That should have been canceled probably about 4 years ago. It had 8 seasons. I think 4 seasons too many. It was dull. It was supposed to be a feel-good show. No one cares what you and Croy do all day with all them damn kids. We just don't care, okay? So it lasted longer than it was supposed to. And it lasted longer than it was supposed to because Kim Zolciak is good friends with Andy Cohen. See, that's what will get you successful in life. You got to be friends with Andy Cohen. Don't complain about what he does and all of this stuff. You just got to get in good with him and he'll make sure that you will be set. Okay. And that's what he did for Kim, because really Kim has a habit of going broke every year. And that's because she doesn't know how to manage her money. And the fact that she has 7 damn kids, that cost a lot. But, you know, she buys all this money. And we've heard the rumors over and over again. You know, she got sued for not paying credit cards and things like that. So every year she lives paycheck to paycheck. Okay, just like the rest of us, don't let her fool you. She does not know how to manage her money. So when she found out that Tardy for the Party was canceled, she was upset. Of course she would be, because she needs money. Okay, so now she ran to Andy Cohen. She wants to go back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's a paycheck. And she said it one time, I think she said it on air, I'll do anything for a paycheck. She has to do anything for a paycheck because she's got all of those kids to take care of. So she wants to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she wants to come back with Nene Leakes. Okay, she wants to come back with Nene Leakes because, I have to say allegedly, these are the rumors. Allegedly, she wants to come back with Nene Leakes because Sharrell isn't going to be there. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the last time that Kim was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they start calling her a racist. Do you remember that? And Sharrell was there. She kind of helped. She didn't help. And Kim was so upset she walked off stage. And then Andy, her bestie, came back and tried to console her. All the women called her a racist. And it just went really bad last season for her, the last time she was on Atlanta. And it was just a mess. And then Kenya and all of that. So she wants to come back with Nene. And she's saying she wants to come back with Nene because she wants it to have the feel of the first season. That's what she's telling everybody. I want it to have the feel of the first season. You know, the good old days when it was fun. I don't care if you're saying, I don't believe that. She wants to come back because they called her a racist and she doesn't want to be there alone. Because you know how them women get. And yesterday I did a video with Perry. We were talking about how everything was over for Nene because Andy's so pissed at her. And Perry said, never say never. And I was like, no, never. And then this plot twist comes today. If she doesn't get back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's pitching the idea to do a spinoff with Nene. Now, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't remember what season it was, but her and Nene were supposed to do a spinoff, and they were supposed to do a spinoff called Road to Riches. Don't mark me on that, but the word was that Kim Zolciak decided to go on Dancing with the Stars instead. That's not what happened. Her and Nene fell out, and Nene didn't want to do the spinoff with her at that time. But now she's asking for one or the other. And so basically we have behind the scenes Kim Zolciak pushing to get Nene Leakes back on that show. It's not looking bad for that. And let me tell you why. The ratings were terrible this year. They were down for Atlanta. They want Phaedra Parks to come back this season, and they're willing to do anything to get her back, except the one thing that she wants, and she wants a big payday. I don't blame her. They asked her back a season before this, can't remember what season it was, and she said no, she wants a big payday. Now, if they are firing people, like they fired Nene Leakes, Vicky Gunvalson, and demoted Candy for big paychecks, what makes you think, Phaedra, that they're going to bring you back with a huge salary? They're just not going to do it. That also leads back to maybe Nene will come back, especially now that Kim wants her back. There's another thing going good for Nene. Andy Cohen loves it when Nene and Kim are friends. He likes that dynamic together. So I don't know what's going down, but I mean, Pigs is starting to fly. Kim is vouching, begging, asking for Nene Leakes to come back. Now, she's one of Andy's favorites. She has Andy Cohen on speed dial, okay? He gives her whatever she wants, like letting her stay on that horrible series for 8 seasons when she didn't deserve it. Not only that, remember he made her and Croy executive producers. He does a lot for Kim Zolciak. He loves Kim Zolciak. If Phaedra does not drop her asking price, I could see Andy asking Nene to come back on that show. I mean, it's a complicated situation, but I never thought in my lifetime that Kim Zolciak will be pushing behind the scenes for Nene Leakes to come back. It is what it is, people. We'll talk about it, and I'll bring up some of your comments. Let me see. Let me bring some up. Kim and Nene are so hot and cold together. When they are good, they're real good. But when they're bad, it's real bad. That's a true statement, Lisa. I mean, I don't think Nene would be bad this time. If she got a second chance, I think what she went through this time with the whole, being blackballed, basically, I think her behavior would be different, but I don't know. Pigs, please fly to Nene and Kim are back on the show. That's another thing. A lot of people are saying they wouldn't mind seeing these two back on the show. Why? All they did was argue and fuss and fight. But I do agree with Kim when she said the first season was the best. It was genuine back then. Let's see what some of you else are saying. Kim and Nene versus all of Atlanta. It's possible. Someone said buy wig. I lost the comment, but that's funny too. If Nene come back, I would never take her serious. You think she shouldn't come back, Shan? She wants to come back. She really doesn't have a career without the show. And plus money. Nene needs money. All of those housewives need money. I mean, they have a good paycheck over there. Bravo bridge burned by Nene. I mean, you would think it was a done deal, but Kim is going hard. She wants Nene back on that show. And can we say we blame her? Do you guys remember how the women attacked her at the reunion the last time she was on? And she got up and cried, and she told Andy Cohen, no white woman would sit on that stage but me. Do you guys remember that? I mean, it's crazy. They still don't, they consider Kim a racist. Okay, they will be too busy trying to outshout each other. That will be boring real quick. I don't know, Paulette. He's going to let Kim Zolciak back on that show, no matter what. He's going to hook her up. I guarantee you she's one of his favorites. Like Kim Zolciak should have been unemployed years ago. Okay. After one season of that terrible, rotten show. And that's no shade to you, Kim. It just was boring. Okay. It was supposed to be a feel good, happy show. No drama. Like what? No one's here for that. That show was horrible. I want Nene back. I mean, I do too. We'll see how this turns out. It's really, really crazy. No Phaedra, no Kim. Listen, You might say good to no Phaedra, and that seems like that might happen because she will not lower that asking price, allegedly. But no, Kim, you're going to see Kim back on Bravo. If they have to create another spinoff for her, when I tell you, Kim Zolciak, Teresa Giudice are Andy's favorites, who am I missing? When you're his favorite, he'll do anything for you. He really would. And Kim's not asking for a big paycheck because she knows the deal. She'll take anything. She just constantly has money problems. Tardy for the party was on. It was the worst, wasn't it, Roxy? The worst. I want Phaedra back. I want Phaedra back too. It will be interesting to see what they do. Now let's move on to this next crazy story. This is Lisa Rinna. Oh God. Okay, so Lisa Rinna doesn't want her daughter Amelia, who's dating Scott Disick from Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You know who he is. He calls himself Lord Disick. He has 4 children by Courtney, and Courtney's not going anywhere. And she likes to be comfortable with the people that Scott dates, which means you have to get Kardashian approval. I don't know. I would not want my 19-year-old daughter dating this 30-something-year-old man, 34, 36. Up in there, man, with children, okay? That's going to stay around the Kardashians forever because he's part of the family now. But anyway, she thought it was the best thing since sliced bread that these two were dating at first, but now it's starting to backfire, okay? The word is that Harry and Lisa do not want Amelia dating Scott anymore, and they don't want her dating Scott anymore because Amelia's trying to change her appearance, and they think it's because of Scott. They think she's doing these things because she wants to keep Scott from having a roaming eye. That's never going to happen. She did things like lip injections. Now, Lisa Rinna doesn't want her daughter's lips injections. I hear that they're really big and they were red and bruised. Also, that she's going to get a boob job and a butt job. And they feel that it's Scott Disick trying to change Amelia's physical appearance. Is it Scott Disick or is it you, Lisa? You subconsciously put into her head that she's not good enough. She already came out and said she had a eating disorder because she felt like she had to be thin like her mom, okay? Is the wrong people getting the blame here for this? Should Lisa take responsibility that she has body images problems because you yourself said you had food issues? You didn't come out and say that you were bulimic or anorexic, but you had food issues. Or are you putting these thoughts into her head? Is it Scott or is it Lisa? Whatever the case may be, Harry and Lisa are blaming Scott Disick, and they said they're worried that Amelia is going to get pregnant by him. So Lisa and Harry are ready to take the bull by the horns before Scott ruins her life. No. Not so easy, Rinna. This is not Disick's fault. You were all in for this relationship when you thought it was good for climbing the social scene. Oh, my daughter's dating someone related to the Kardashians. You were all for it. But now when she's having issues again with body images, you want to blame Scott? I just don't see how the two tie together. I think that she has body images problems because of her mother. That's what I think. And this is no shade to you, Lisa. This is just how I feel. I feel like you created a situation where she's always going to be worried about how she looks. And you guys are throwing this problem into Scott's lap. If this was such a problem, her dating Scott, why weren't you against it in the very beginning when the rest of the world was? Everyone will say, he's too old for her. What are you doing? Stop social climbing. Get him away from her. But now when her issues of body image resurface, because that's all it is. It's just in a different form now. Now you want breast implants. She's always going to have body images problem. And I think because of her mother. And that's no shade. Sometimes parents create problems for their children and they don't even realize that they're doing it. And I think this may be the case with Lisa Rinna. Before I go into the chat and start seeing what you guys think about it, let me bring up Harry. Harry, you said yesterday, don't count Nene out.
Yep.
Why did you say that?
Like I said, pride is one thing, cash is another. And then people would look at it this way. Oh, if Andy go back on that, isn't he losing his pride? If Housewives of Atlanta ratings keep going, that's more prideful. He will bring her back if the situation is right. And I think it's highly possible now. Cardi for the party or whatever is gone. Kim might come back. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but this season was damn miserable. Okay. Let's keep it real. And sometimes a little time off, because sometimes you sort of don't remember what you lost. But when Kim and Nene and Phaedra and them was on this show, it was sort of good.
It was good. Yeah.
If they came back, and sometimes people need reality checks.
Yeah.
You know what? Being unemployed for a year might be the reality check.
Yeah.
You know, so this thing can possibly happen. We'll see.
Do you think the rumor's true that Kim is afraid to face the women because they call her racist?
Not really.
Why do you think she wants to do it with Kim? I mean, with Nene?
Well, I mean, everybody want to be in their comfort zone. She thinks she'll feel more comfortable with Nene. She look at Nene as more of a friend than the rest of them.
Yeah, and that's
nobody
another
want to walk
thing.
into the Tiger's Den by themselves.
For
Now
years,
they will for the money. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that she would go for the money by herself because, like you said, when people get to have that paycheck, you get to have a paycheck. She would feel more comfortable if Nene was there because Nene take pressure off of her.
Yo, that's true too. Yeah. It's a strategic move at the same time. But do you remember for years people were saying that Kim's racist and Nene will stay together, and I kept saying and Kim's racist and Nene doesn't want any part with that, and that's why they fall out on time. And I kept saying, no, these two are friends behind the scenes. And people thought I was making it up again. Like, no, these two don't like each other. But at the end of the day, they always end up having each other's back. Right. Do you believe that rumor now? What I said years ago?
Yeah. I'm not going to say that they're the best of friends, but they're good friends.
They are.
Yeah,
because also too, when something happened. Oh, when Greg got cancer, she called Nene and people were like, it's so good that Kim's out of your life. And I'm like, these two are never going to be out of each other's life. They were friends before the show and they're going to be friends after the show. I just feel that way. Let's move on to this Lisa Rinna situation. And we got to be delicate with it because it's a touchy situation about an eating disorder. They're blaming Scott for her having problems with her body again. Do you understand my theory that this isn't Scott's problem? Don't blame this on Scott. This is Lisa's problem that subconsciously put those things in her head.
In her daughter's head, right.
Right. And this is just a different form of it. What do you think?
At the end of the day, okay, now I see what you're saying. Lisa is the one that showed her by example, these are things you need to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, but if you remove Lisa for a second and it was just a daughter and Scott, it's not Scott. This person her daughter feel like she need to do this for her own reasons to be with Scott.
Right. I know.
I doubt if Scott sent her a love letter. This is what you need to do for me. I doubt that. And I'm not defending him because I don't feel Scott like that.
You don't?
No, I mean, let's keep it real. Scott is like desperate, okay? He's desperate, and at the end of the day,
Perry,
he's not gonna venture too far off the farm, right? What? He would be the Kardashians' gardener before he let this fame go. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is.
Okay, Perry. Come on, Perry. Don't again.
No, and then really, and they know too. I mean, they can say it's about all this, changing your body up. They probably see what I see. Scott is not going nowhere. I'm saying he would be the gardener first before he did anything. He can date whoever, but as soon as he get that phone call from the Kardashians, he gonna dump whoever he will, and he go.
You don't see Scott marrying Amelia?
Well, no, he could marry her, but if he got that phone call, he'd divorce her too. That's all I'm saying.
Well, look, do you think Scott still has a desire to be with Courtney, even though she's with Travis Barker now?
Yeah.
You think he loves her, Courtney?
I mean, I'm telling you, look, I'm not sure if he loved the fame. Okay. Anything with the Kardashians, I said he would be the gardener. Hell, he might even date the father, mother, or whatever the guy name is. I don't know what you want to call him. He probably would date him just to stay.
You're describing him as a social climber. And why would he be a social climber? He's already high on the totem pole as far as fame is concerned.
Really?
Everybody, I think Scott KUWTK is a household name.
Okay, and then you said, well, hey, where do you know him from? He wasn't from the Scott show, from the damn Kardashians. I'm only telling you, he's only, no, Sharrell. He's a social climber, and my girl Lisa, I love her to death. But I mean, I love Lisa Rinna.
You do. I mean, I don't know why, but you love Lisa Rinna.
No, because she's entertaining. She's messy, but she loves attention so much that I wouldn't be surprised that it's nothing that she wouldn't do for attention. She would go run across I-5 naked in California.
It's so ridiculous, Perry. Yeah. I mean, but do you think that her daughter subconsciously picked up being very conscious about how she looked from her mother?
Yeah. Well, it's taught. If your mother in there, oh, well, let me blow up my lips this week.
Oh, Perry! Oh, my God.
No, I'm only saying, let me induce my breast size. Let me do this. Oh, let me stay thin. Let me stop eating. I'm telling you, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People pick up on what their parents do because they look like, hey, that's what's acceptable.
Yeah. And
that's how people do it. It's picked up somewhere, social media, just TV advertisement. People see these things and think that's the way I should be instead of just being themselves. But and
I don't think that Lisa Rinna is even aware of what she's doing to her children. On the show last season, she put it was Garcelle that said maybe those videos that you put up of you dancing in a bikini is not so good for your child, and it went zoop right over her head. I don't think she's aware. She is subconsciously, or do you think she's aware and feels guilt and then tries to deflect?
I don't think she's not aware. I mean, because she's seeking the same attention.
Oh God.
Is what I'm trying to say. I mean, that's why she in there, half naked, shaking, you know what I'm saying? Cooking some eggs. Come on, who do all that? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let's start taking some comments. Sharrell, stop lying. Be honest with your fans. Name one job where you are allowed to call your manager a racist and boycott the company where you work for at Sharrell's World. So I guess ABC is trying to say that. No, they're not going to bring Nene back. That's a rumor. It's not a rumor. And matter of fact, Kim Zolciak just did an interview with ET saying that she would come back to the show if Nene was on the show. But what's really going on behind the scenes, she's pushing for Nene to be back on the show. I mean, it's true. It is what it is. I mean, but the choice is still up to Andy. And so maybe ABC is saying Andy's never going to go for that. What do you think, Perry?
No, I get it. And I mean, I hear what ABC's saying. I mean, I'm just saying this. It's only a matter of opinions. Nobody said for sure she's coming back. But let's not fool ourselves. We've seen stranger things happen. Mm-hmm. So we can go, oh, well, in your regular employee, you might not get that opportunity. But sometime at the end of the day, cash come out more valuable than profit.
I mean, I get what ABC was saying. Like, she called him a racist. And then he got everybody on her team to quit at the same time. But Kim is pushing it. And
I get it. Mm-hmm. I know. I get what they're saying. It's just a matter of opinion. But I'm saying that I learned not to really truly say never.
Yeah.
Because, if you just go from that and just say, well, no, they got too much pride for that, and that. Well, if that's the case, they probably would treat most of the cast members equally fair. But
Kim is definitely one of her favorites. Cat Ann says, hi, Cat Ann. Cat Ann says, I think Kim has a better chance, have better chances of coming back than Nene. Andy Cohen is not going to let Kim Zolciak be employed. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said, people never believe me. He is not going to let her be employed. He let that rotten, terrible show run for 8 seasons with low ratings. It wasn't like it was highly rated and the last season they fell off. It was never highly rated. Even the first 2 seasons when it was at its peak. And then it just went downhill. It went from mediocre ratings to downhill ratings. I mean, he's going to he's not going to let Kim be unemployed. I see this may be Rinna's storyline for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh, Lisa's setting up the storyline already. I agree with Perry. Scott's going to ride that Kardashian coattail. This is the only thing he has to be relevant.
Yeah.
Is this what? Do you see her complaining about the relationship being a storyline for Rinna?
It's possible. Look, the bottom
Because
line
she really
is
don't have one.
she's seeking attention, and everybody know on these shows you get to have some storyline.
Yep.
So if you couldn't really get the fame you want to get off Scott, let me bring him to my show and let me talk about it. The things
Maybe. I mean, maybe. Yeah. And maybe she could use and that's the story. Like, oh, I'm so worried he's going to change her. You know, you can't put anything past Rinna. She will use anything for a storyline. Let me go with someone else. Nene also compared being ganged up on ATL to George Floyd's death. People wanted her fired ASAP. I mean, what about that, Perry? The audience, some of them were getting sick and tired of Nene. They called her a bully, said she was mean, hated watching her on the show.
No, I'm saying I get it. Now, I mean, like, I'm not fighting the people who disagree. I'm only saying I'm looking at it from a different point. I would agree with them. I thought her chances was shot, but I'm just saying I would never say never, because we see how this production stuff, it's all about ratings. Sometimes the hell with pride, but you can simply be right. These people could be telling, so Nene may not never come back. Phaedra may not never come back. Kim may not come back. But I'm only simply saying how I'm looking at it today, and we all can look at it differently, that I think that it could be highly possible because the failures Housewives of Atlanta had
this season,
as far as the ratings this year. It was terrible.
It was really bad. It was really, really bad. Do you think it was bad because of the new girls? Drew,
well, I mean,
because Drew was
always
terrible.
bad when nobody really have a storyline. Their storyline was just went to stripper gate. That was created. You know, we're going to do this, whatever. But I'm saying, like, typically you get interested in real things.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's just throwing things out. And then really you can take real life. Some people just seriously boring with a storyline.
Do you see Phaedra Parks lowering her asking amount to get back on the show? She needs to be back on that show, but she's not dropping her price.
It's called negotiations. Maybe it's not close enough yet. I mean, you don't drop your price at the beginning.
Well, that's true.
I wouldn't. Especially when you've seen the ratings from last year. If the ratings were great, I may just pop in and lower my.
RHOBH is firing people because of these high, outrageous paychecks. Why would you bring on Phaedra at the same rate that you paid Candy last year or whatever? I mean, I just don't see them giving Phaedra a really big, high paycheck.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not saying she might get the same thing that Candy made, but we said just more money than what she made before, right? I don't know how much she made before, but all that, and even saying this, Phaedra been gone for a little bit. Candy been there next season. Dullness sets in. Okay, and if you're gonna pay the money, sometimes you need a new player. And one thing about Phaedra, she would do anything.
Oh, I like Phaedra.
A doggy funeral home. She would do anything.
Don't try to shade Phaedra. Don't try to face.
No. I like her spunkiness. So don't get me wrong. I miss her on the show. Yeah. And she really don't back down either.
Say it again.
She really don't back down from a lot of people. I mean, she would go back down.
Phaedra is just the best storyline that there is. Her and Apollo. Apollo would have to come back with Phaedra. I don't think it would be good, Phaedra, no Apollo. What do you think?
Well, I mean, just her back. I mean, because the guys, you know, he can pop up whatever, but then I think it has tied him in a little bit. But I think just having her back with her spirit. I mean, the show, it wasn't all about Apollo. But
that storyline needs to be wrapped up for me. Okay, it was left unsaid. You know, Phaedra, Apollo goes on one of my favorite bloggers show all the time. What show is she always goes on? I can't think of the show. My favorite blogger, and I can't think of her name. Michelle. She is my favorite blogger. Apollo goes on that show all the time and spills things that happen afterwards and stuff like that I think need to be on the show. I think Phaedra needs to be on the show. And Sky thinks that they just need a cash shakeup, point blank, period.
I mean, and you get to try something. They tried the new girls. The shit didn't work.
It did not work. It did not work. Hi, pretty girl. How are you?
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me cut one of y'all. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Happy Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, thank
Everybody out
you.
there.
Happy
Yes.
Mother's Day to all the ladies out there, all the mothers.
Yes.
Well, we got my backstage just filled up. Everybody got something to say. Oh my God.
I
Go ahead.
truly believe that it would be good TV if you bring Kim and Nene back together. Even if they number them just like fueling and all that right all the time. I love it. I love it. And then
What
if we
about-
stage her back, they'll be wonderful. Because she gonna shade everybody.
I mean, for one thing, they're gonna be hyped up. If they bring all three of them back, and that'll be my prediction, ratings would go up. Because you know what, the two girls they bring back, they rested. They don't see the other side of not being employed. You coming back, but I'm telling you, you are fired up.
Yeah.
And I, you know what? And really, at this point, why? I mean, you bring in a couple of other women. I mean, no offense to
But
them.
we can't forget the fact, girl, that Nene
I
said
about Lisa Winner. It's not her fault. It's not Scott's fault. You had always put those images, mental images, inside your daughter head.
Preach.
And then even before Scott even came along. Stop blaming that man. You knew, you thought, I'm being with the Kardashians. Yeah, Kardashians ain't all of that.
Yeah, being a Kardashian comes with a price. Do you think there's a such thing as the Kardashian curse?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Go down the line. Go down the line. Robert Kardashian, cancer, all that right there. Then you got Bruce Jenner turned to a woman.
Then you have Lamar.
You got Lamar turning to drugs and everything.
And then my favorite Kanye.
You got Kanye going around being weird. And then you got Scott. Down turning Scott to the alcohol. Then Scott got to the bottle. He got to go to rehab all the time.
You said the Kardashians turned Scott into an alcoholic.
Yeah. He got to be with an alcoholic.
That is so wrong.
I mean, he got to rehab all the time.
I mean he does.
What? I mean, every time you look up, I'm going to rehab.
That's so
alcoholism. And he ain't crying. I'm like, Pam, he ain't crying to give up that paycheck because he love them paychecks coming in, baby. He love that money coming in. He love me, baby. Girl. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. I'm not.
I gotta cut it short today because I got a long line. I guess a lot of people.
I see y'all.
Hey, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. All that good stuff.
Happy Mother's Day. Take care.
Okay.
So funny. Hi, Sinitra. How are you?
What's up, chick? How you doing?
Good. Hey, Perry. Hey,
girl, sound off. What you want to talk about today?
Girl, I just came here to mess with y'all and laugh about this RHOA. This is too funny. Now, y'all know Phaedra ain't coming back.
Well, why do you say that?
We could dream all day. It's not going to happen. Phaedra ain't coming back. Phaedra's going to stay right over there on Bigo begging for beans. That's what Phaedra's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
you don't think she wants to come back?
I think she wants to come back, but honestly, I think the network is playing with Phaedra. I think they teasing us and playing with her. They don't plan on bringing her back.
Ooh.
I don't think they have any intention. And I don't even think at this point it's got a lot to do with Candy. Candy has benefited so much from this dungeon bull crap that she can't even use that as leverage no more. I think that's over. And honestly, I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't want Nene to come back. I love Nene.
You don't want Nene to come back?
No.
Well, why?
Because she needs to let them drown.
They are drowning.
Exactly.
I'll say that. They're drowning.
It's like when you undervalue a person to the point that you're like, you're not worth the money you asking for. Well, prove I'm not worth it. Do it without me. And we see what they're doing without her.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. What about Kim Zolciak? Do you want her back?
Girl, don't nobody want Kim back.
I had to ask.
Kim don't even want Kim back. Girl, you know don't nobody want Kim and her wigs to come back. We already dealing with Drew and her wigs. So, I mean, now we're going to bring more problematic wigs into the situation. People done been to counseling behind Drew's wigs. Then we're going to bring hers back in. It's too much.
You know that Kim is one of Andy's favorites. He's not going to let her be unemployed. Do you think he's going to let her be unemployed?
Well, I don't know how much control he's got over that part of it, because it's like, remember, she left after her little, her slurs and I'm the only white girl here and y'all picking on me, and where y'all gonna find another white girl to be up here with all these black girls?
She did say that.
How you gonna come back? Come back and do what?
Well, she need the money. That's why she pushing for Nene.
But how, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would she fit into that dynamic?
Okay, let me ask you this, Sinitra. After watching this last season, right? Obviously, they got to have somebody, right? And obviously, just picking up a stray crossing the street, just throwing them out there.
Name Drew.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna say name Drew.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm simply just saying this. Do you think the ratings would? I mean, if it ever happened or not, if Nene, Phaedra, and old girl came back next year, would the ratings be higher just by out of anticipation? Well, sometimes I always look at this thing. I look at sometimes we got pride, we got egos, but oftentimes money make us do things we wouldn't have normally did.
That's true. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm praying that Nene never comes back to these people. I'm praying in my bone marrow, like past my heart. So yeah, real talk. I pray that she never, because you have to understand, like at a certain point, this lady complained about these people before this happened. She complained about them last season when they kept doing stuff with production. She complained about them beforehand. Every time she said something, people negated it, pretended like it never happened. She said production is trying to make me look bad. Oh no, production's not a problem. But then all of a sudden this season, you got Candy, Kenya, all of them crying production. Even Andy Cohen tried to tell the production lie when he got caught with the Potomac reunion. Every time he lied, production put him out there. And so then all of a sudden, you all are the same group of people who said production was not setting Nene up. Now you're all crying that production is setting you up. Right. So now that she's mentioned the nonsense about, the racial issues there, and I believe them. Case in point, you got your only, I won't say your only, but what used to be your largest Black Housewives franchise, all acting like Bunny Ranch hookers. It's like real talk.
No, Sinitra, that is true. Yeah.
So,
that is so true.
Saying? So it's like, everything this lady said, people didn't like the messenger, and you can pretend, just because you don't like the messenger, don't pretend you don't hear the message. And I don't feel like she should ever come back. I think she should let them drown. If they can save themselves, then do so. But she should never save them. Once somebody cuts you once, let them go. If you ask me, Nene should have bowed out years back. Years back. Because what I've said before, I'll say it again. She made it look easy. She made all
right. Yeah, we agree with that.
It look easy. It was effortless because it was really her personality. And now what we got is a bunch of people doing Nene impersonations, and they're seeing that it is not effortless. It's not easy to just be quick-witted and quick with the lip and being fabulous and crazy and making it fun. They have been reduced to arguing over strippers, cylinders, and fake Chanel, and we having aunties and nieces parties, people sniffing draws. It has gotten out of control. They have evolved into nothing. Like this is sludge. Yeah. And then you got Drew and her bad wigs. You got La Toyota humping on everybody. It's just.
No, that's true.
Sinitra, that's crazy. But listen, I got it's funny though. It's funny. I got a line. Thank you for calling in. You never disappoint. Oh my God. Thank you, Sinitra. See you later.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
I love her. She is crazy. Hi, Sky. Sound off. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What do you think about all of this?
I definitely think Atlanta obviously needs a cast shakeup. I would love to see Phaedra back. I don't know if she's willing to go back into the craziness, but I mean, she's just so iconic and she's such great TV.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one, Sky, Phaedra or Nene, who are you going to pick?
I'm going to pick Phaedra because I can see it happening. I can see her coming back to the show more realistically than Nene. Nene burnt that bridge. She ain't coming back. I would love for Nene to come back, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. She burned the bridge. And
you think they'll bring back Kim, even though the cast called her a racist the last time she was on the show?
About Kim, I don't watch the Duggars because they have 19 kids. Nor do I want to watch Kim because she has 19 kids. No, I don't need to see all those kids running around. And I think I think people don't want to see her. People want to see Phaedra. People don't want to see Kim, in my opinion.
People don't want to see Kim, but Kim's coming back. He's going to employ one of his favorite. Now, before you go, what's your take on this whole Lisa Rinna thing?
I think she just needs to. I know Perry likes Lisa, but
do we know why? I know Perry fell and hit his head a couple years ago.
Let's not get it wrong. I said I like her because she's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think, I'm done with, the dancing videos and underwear and shaking it. I'm just like, you know what? And plus, she doesn't really have a solid storyline. It doesn't seem like she does anyway. Mm-hmm. I think she's going to be relying on the relationship between her daughter and Scott, and it's just like, ugh.
Oh, so you think that's going to be her storyline? Oh,
I think so. I think she's going to be. That's going to be her whole thing. Is my daughter's going to be part of the Kardashian clan, and I'll get my spill off.
All right, Sky. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate the call.
Thank you. You look great.
Later, Sky.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
One more. Here we go. Hi, St. J. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good.
Okay. Good.
Sound off.
I think that Scott does have some social climber ways, and I think he knows. But I also think that both his parents passed. That's his family now, and he's just kind of in there with them. I feel like with Nene, it's hard for me to envision her coming back, because if she wanted to come back, she could have taken the crappy deal they gave her, let the episode she was on be great, let the rest of the season go to the pits. They would have brought her back. She could have not harassed them. She could have worked them into more money. Now I'm like, it's kind of like you both need each other, but Bravo still has the upper hand because they're like, yeah, girl, it doesn't look like you working when you're not on the show. Here's $20. Come back and film.
What?
I think that Kim, and I'm in the minority of Atlanta fans. I like Kim on the show. I think she's absolutely delusional, and she's so out of touch that it makes for an interesting dynamic with the ladies. Yeah, she's not good by herself because her family. We don't really.
Right.
We're not really watching. Yeah, we're not really watching the family shows like that for that. But I think with the ladies, she's so out of touch to what the rest of people go through. She makes for good TV, and I don't think Andy will let her be unemployed.
He's not going to let her be unemployed. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you for agreeing.
I'm campaigning though for Sharrell to come back. Kim to come back as Sheray's friend. They can, try to get Nene in at Sheray's wedding when she marries Tyrone from prison.
Child, do you think that wedding's going to go down, Jay?
I think Sherray wants back on the show. I think that she's still trying to be friendly with the girls behind the scenes to keep it going. So I think Sherray wants back. I think she'll get married if they tell her, okay.
You think she's going to marry the inmate?
Oh, yes. If he's out of jail now? Oh, yes. Sheray's going to have.
He's going to marry a damn inmate? That's in there for money, funneling money? I don't know. He's out of jail now, by the way. Did you see he did an interview the other day? Yeah, he's out.
That's why I'm saying he wants to be famous. Sherray needs the check. Get back on the wedding. Get back on the show. Have a dramatic wedding. You bring Kim in as the bridesmaid. Kim's there every time we're planning the wedding. Kim's fighting with the girls.
But let's say, Jay, that you like that theory. Bring Sherray back and let her get married. Nene's still tied to the situation because remember,
and bring Nene in at the end. Yes.
Yeah, that would be good.
You get the Kim, Sherray, Nene sit down, then you can have a reason to okay, well maybe Nene, we're a little bad to you this episode. Everybody liked it, and he comes in the next season.
But you missed your calling. You should have been the damn producer of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I agree. I'm telling them, call me.
Oh, hold on. She told me to drop the link. Here it goes, Andre. I'm dropping the link. What do you watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? What's your take on Lisa Rinna blaming Scott for?
I think that Rinna is so thin, and she's always prancing around being so thin that for her to have children that aren't the same body shape as her, I'm sure it's a challenge for them. Like just seeing someone she's like on Instagram cooking eggs and like
dancing like a
like
fool.
I'm sure that if you're looking at yourself and you're looking at your mom and you're like, oh my gosh,
yep,
I must be large or whatever the appropriate word for that is. Yes.
Yeah. Listen, thank you, Jay, for the call. I really appreciate it. You cracked me up. Take care. Okay, Andrea, sound off.
Y'all remember? Hey, y'all remember last season when Harry got into Lisa Reynolds' butt and said that she was the reason why the girls had a eating disorder. Y'all remember that?
I remember that.
And also, I believe this: Kim needs some money. She needs to go see and find Big Papa. Her husband ain't got no job. He busy around. Wait, let me finish. He busy around Atlanta fixing on her wigs and stuff and building her new wigs. And I believe that I don't blame Phaedra, I will ask for more money. If they want me to act like a fool and produce, they got to pay me more money. One thing I can say about Phaedra is not dumb. She can be your lawyer, and if that's not good enough, she can put you in the ground. She can bury you. So Phaedra is not hurting y'all for no money. She got 2 certificate jobs. She's not hurting for no money. But I would like to see Phaedra, Nene, Kim, Portia, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, Kenya.
Yeah,
they will bring the drama.
That would be the all-star cast. That you just nailed it. Yeah.
Because Kenya can't go nowhere. I mean, she's not my favorite. She can't go nowhere. I give her props for what she do.
Right.
She is the backbone of the show at this point.
But that right there, that would bring the drama. All the rest of them, they can go ahead and retire. But if you bring those women back, you will have a good show.
Do you agree with me? Andy Cohen is not going to let Kim Zolciak Bierman be unemployed.
Oh no. He loves her butt just like he loves Teresa's butt.
Yeah.
He gonna make sure he gonna take care of her. He's gonna find her a little job. He's gonna find something.
Well, do you agree with Perry that Andy Cohen might swallow his pride and ask Nene back?
You know what? If it's gonna make more money and if it's gonna hit them ratings, yeah.
Yeah, because do you think that this season was the worst season of all times?
It was pathetic.
It's the worst that I can remember.
You know what? I live in Atlanta. And
you do?
It was pathetic. It was just pathetic. Candy, she has fizzled out. Nobody wants to see her no more. Eating buffets. Nobody wants to see her no more. And all the rest of the girls, they didn't bring anything to the show. Candy they didn't bring anything to the show.
I don't know if you noticed this, but nobody complained that Candy got demoted. No one's complaining.
No. I'm gonna tell y'all something. People here in Atlanta, ain't nobody interested in Candy.
No one. Listen, Melanie says Lisa Rinna is a clout-chasing opportunist. Can't stand her. Sorry, Perry, my friend.
So you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
Y'all remember when Scott was going through what he was going through, his alcoholism and all this crazy stuff? Y'all remember when Scott's friends told him, said the best thing you can do, Scott, is to get away from those Kardashians, and he would not do it. Y'all remember? All his friends told him, said, get away from that family. Get away from that family. And he can't. He can't.
They're his family now, like Jay said. That's his family now.
He's upset. He can't.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Lisa's going to bring up the whole Scott Disick thing on the show?
Yes. Oh, yes. That's going to be her storyline. Because first of all, she's going to try to be in competition with Kathy Hilton.
There's that's apples and oranges. How can Lisa Rinna
She's gonna try to be in competition with her
For
with a
attention.
storyline.
Yeah.
Storyline. She ain't gonna have no storyline.
Yeah.
See, everybody's gonna be on Kathy Hilton and Erica. What Lisa, and Crazy and Kyle gonna do? They gonna be in the background. So they got to have a storyline.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Is there such thing as the Kardashian curse?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, let me name it. Look at Kanye. Look at Kanye. Thinking he's Jesus. Look at Kanye. Thinking he's Jesus.
Y'all better leave Kanye alone.
Look at Tristan. Look at Tristan.
Yeah.
He in it out of every doggone woman. But he said, look, I love you, baby. I love you. I ain't going nowhere. Look at Kanye. Look at Lamar. Lamar almost died at the whorehouse. Lamar. Look at Scott.
I can't.
Look at Scott walked around. I don't know what's going on, but I want to be in the family. Wait a minute. Look at Travis Scott. When have he made a new record?
You are so mean. That is so funny. Look, Sherry wanted to tell me.
Wait a minute. Got one more. What's the mama boyfriend name?
Your boyfriend?
That mama's boyfriend.
Corey, you're not gonna drag Corey, are you?
Fat as a tick. Fat as a tick. Got a big old stomach look like he's about 9 months pregnant. Got a big old stomach like he's 9 months pregnant.
Okay, Andrea, stop. I'll be asking these people for interviews. They ain't gonna come if I can call the man fat.
Well, I just only telling you the truth.
Look, we got one more call and then oh my God.
Happy Mother's Day, y'all.
Okay. Bye, Andrea. Look, somebody in the comment section called Corey hips.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you, AJ?
Hi, Sharrell. Hi, Perry.
Hey, what's happening?
Sound off. What did you want to say?
Oh, I just wanted to say it's great news. If they're going to bring back Kim and Nene, which I think they should do, they should bring them back because like someone else said earlier on, the storylines are stale. They're just talking about strippers and it's just becoming redundant. So I just want them to do something new. So it's great. But yeah, like you said, Silver Bullet or whatever he's called.
You call him Andy Cohen Silver Bullet.
He has so many names. Well, that's what Candy calls him.
She did. That was good.
I think he loves Kim. Like Kim is his favorite. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's been on Bravo for so many years, 8 seasons of like her show.
Yeah.
Candy, she's had so many shows, but somehow never gets picked up.
Yeah.
It's always like short. Same thing. She's just a very interesting person. She's got all them kids. She's got Croy. I want to see Sweetie. What's happened to Sweetie?
Oh God, no, AJ, you did not go there. You want to see Sweetie? No.
Has she had children? Has she got a husband? Is she working for another?
No, she's in school now, and she did a whole interview about her and Kim aren't cool anymore. Croy didn't want her working for Kim anymore. You didn't hear about this?
No.
Yeah, And then they were saying that Croy was racist and he didn't want any black people in the house, and then she wouldn't answer the question. But I don't think, I don't know. It was just a big ordeal. You missed the whole thing. You missed it.
Yeah. I definitely want to see her back. But now, having said that, I don't think I want to see her back. Actually, She would never come out and say that Croy was a racist. She just said, I'm not going to answer that question. You should have answered the question because it makes people think that he is. So I don't know what went down, but I don't think she'll come back. Yeah, he does give up that vibe a little bit. I think
Croy does?
Croy, yeah. He does.
I wouldn't know because I didn't watch that damn boring show. Wasn't it awful? It was just terrible.
I did enjoy this. They have a chef. I don't know if she's with them anymore. And the daughter, Brielle, she's going to be a character if she comes on. Do you remember she took like a photo of Nene's cockroaches?
Cockroaches, yeah. I mean, Kim will give you storyline. Whether you love her or hate her, she's going to give you good material. And I say, and what do you think about this, AJ? Do you agree? This was the worst season of Atlanta Housewives of all times. What do you think?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really, really bad. I'm trying to think back to another season that could have been as bad.
No.
No.
They would say the one with Kim Fields, this was worse. This was worse.
It was worse than Kim Fields.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Too many new people, too many Instagram, and like, do you know what I
And
mean?
no substance, no storyline.
No substance, no storyline. They don't really have a lot of money. I think, you know what? I think Andy Cohen has dropped the ball a little bit. He has favorite, and I think his favorite franchise is definitely New York, isn't it? He loves New York.
Because he lives there, yeah.
And I think he's put all his money on Potomac now, because
Potomac's going to be good. Potomac's going to be good, yeah.
Wait, it's going to be so.
I'm hearing things behind the scenes. It's good. It's going to be good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, and Beverly Hills, of course, but
Beverly Hills.
Oh, Lisa Renner.
Oh, Perry, he's coming for you.
No, but Lisa Renner.
What do you say?
No, what? Lisa Renner. I've got to say, she's a hustler. She is a hustler. She'll go out there and get whatever she wants. And she did admit it herself. She did say in the trailer, I think, she said, oh, it's okay to be a fake and a phony. What's wrong with that?
She did say that. She said that.
But your method act, that's who you are. I mean, she's really taken on the role. And I think it's great. I mean, she's running with it. But anything to distract us from Harry. His boyfriend, I mean, girlfriend. Where are
boyfriend? That's the rumor. Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Listen, AJ, thank you for calling in. You are always a pleasure to talk to. What time is it over there?
Oh, it's 9 o'clock, 11 past 9 in the evening.
Almost bedtime. Take care. Thanks for calling in. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, one more comment from Melanie. How could Nene come back without backlash from the Black community after calling Andy a racist? Wouldn't look great on her part. I mean, she did call him a racist. I don't know. I mean, but you still think there's a chance, right?
Look, like I said, I agree with most people with this saying. I'm just saying that do not count it out. We know these TV shows. Look at the Douglas.
Duggars?
Not Josh.
Duggar.
Yeah.
Duggar.
Why would they keep that show on? It's all about the money.
Money, yeah.
If this show wasn't making money, when that guy would have got called out for the stuff he did, that whole show would have been canceled.
Yeah.
Wrong in it.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm only saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just never know.
Yeah. I went over 20 minutes than I thought that I was going to be. Everybody had something to say. It was good. So thank everyone for calling in. I really appreciate the calls. Thanks also, Melanie, for donating, giving me 2 super chats. I really appreciate it. You don't have to contribute to the channel, and you do. So thank you very much. And I haven't talked to you in a while. Give me a call. Also, I want to thank my mods for jumping on at the last minute. I appreciate it. And this was a spirited conversation in the chat. You guys were going off. Everybody had something to say. It was really, really good. I still think that Andy's not going to let his poor little Kim be unemployed. And behind the scenes, she's pushing for Nene leaks. I never thought I would see the day. It's crazy. All right, Perry, any last words? Or are we out?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Right. Everybody have a great weekend.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you, guys. All right, Perry, on 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.